Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel where we try to seek the good. I hope all of you are having a nice day. And for those of you that are a bit unaware, this is a community-based channel where we try to seek the good things that happen in our days, both the big things and the little things. And we share all of this so we can be a bit more aware of the good things and the great things that happen in our days to make everything just a little bit better. So with that being said, let me tell you about 3 good things that happened today that make my day better. So the first good thing I want to tell you guys about is we got to see some more friends today. And rather than the old friends that we saw yesterday coming home or coming and visiting us at our home, my wife and I had been trying to plan this dinner with these friends for a while. It's an old professor that my wife and I used to see at school, and her husband, and a old college friend that we used to have here. That also worked with my wife at some point. And we're all still pretty close. We all still talk occasionally, but because of the past year, we haven't been able to see each other for a bit. And what's very cool about them is this professor friend and her husband, their backyard is where my wife and I are getting married. We originally had set this up for last year to have our ceremony at, but we had to postpone because of COVID, so that never got to pan out. But we are doing it for our recommitment ceremony this year too, and they are on board with it. They're very excited to clean up the yard and make it very presentable. I've been over there a couple times. My wife has been over there a couple times. It's a very nice area. I look forward to having the ceremony there. And we knew we kind of needed to meet up with them anyways to get some of these details straightened out, like chair placement, how many people are going to be there, when we all need to show up, that kind of thing. It was also an excuse to hang out, and we decided to all hang out by going to a winery that was pretty close by, and trying that all out there. And I'll be honest with you guys, I'm not really a wine guy usually, but the wine there was pretty good. And my wife and I had a good time. We all got caught up, just like sharing stories of things that have happened in our day. Some big announcements. My professor friend is planning on retiring in a couple of months. Her husband is kind of working on this historical site right now. She's an anthropology professor. I'm not too sure what it is that he does because I've never like outright asked him, but I know he's like into historical sites and he's working on one right now. So they're both doing very cool things, and some good news for them. And our friend that used to work with my wife, she's doing her own thing as well. I also do not know what job that she's doing, which now I'm feeling real bad about because I could have just asked them at any point. But I was very just like focused on just like trying to enjoy the conversation, and it was just real fun just getting to drink some wine with all of them and just like catch up and get some details hashed out. And it was pretty great hearing or just being around them. So that they were my good thing today. Sorry about all the vague answers there. I should be a bit more prepared with that, shouldn't I? But we had that going on today. Had that planned for a while, but we just kept having to push it back because there was setback after setback. It was nice just to get it done now. So once again, that's the good thing that's happened today. Moving on to another good thing. Alright, so second good thing that happened is I actually had a clinic today on a Saturday, and this doesn't usually happen. In fact, it's the first time in the 2 years that I've worked at the clinic that we had a clinic on a Saturday. And it was mostly just to like serve as a makeup day because of the ice week we had that had shut down the clinic for a few days, just to kind of see some patients there and all that. Nothing too busy today. We only had 4 doctors, and all of them just like had half schedules. And I was working throughout the day, expecting to work all the way to 3 or 3:30 because that's when we were planning on meeting up with our friends at the winery at some point after that time. And I'm working, and some developments happen. One of the doctors is on call, and he has to go to the hospital to do an emergency procedure. So we had to cut his clinic short, and that gave us an influx of other medical assistants that were able to help around and relieve some other people. And another of the doctors that was originally planning on working until 2 decided he wasn't really wanting to do that on a Saturday, so he moved all of his patients up and just got rid of his lunch and finished around 12:20. And because of all that, the doctor I was working with, I came out of a room after bringing a patient back, and 3 other medical assistants had brought 3 other of his patients back, and we had all of his rooms filled up. So naturally, whenever they asked me if I wanted to go ahead and head out for the day, I agreed to this and got to come home earlier than I was expecting. Expecting to go home around 3:30, got to go home around 12:30 instead. So it was very nice, and I got in some much needed extra hours, so that was another good thing that happened. Plus, when all this was going on, the doctors provided lunch for us and got us all some pizzas, so it was a little bit of a bonus good thing. Pretty good day at the clinic. And then finally, a last good thing that happened is not only did I get to surprise my wife by being a bit early today, but we also got to go on our walk earlier than we were thinking. We were kind of afraid that we were going to have to do an evening walk because of us needing to meet up with our friends, but since I got off of work early, we were able to kind of work around that just a bit. So we took Domino and went on a walk around campus, and it was a gorgeous day outside. There was a nice cool breeze, but the temperature was in the 70s, super comfortable outside. The sun was out, not a cloud in the sky. And my wife and I, even though we were under some time constraints, went at a pretty decent pace. We both felt good after the walk, made a pretty good lap around the place. Something that I didn't mention before, but on Thursday when we took Domino on a walk, we had accidentally forgotten his leash and was using a seatbelt buckle that we have for him to walk him around, which was not comfortable. So we made sure to bring the leash this time, and it was a much needed improvement, let me tell you. And it was just a pretty great experience getting to spend time with my family like that and enjoy a beautiful day. Should be having some more beautiful days like this in the future now that's going into spring, so I'm looking forward to that. And that was another good thing right there, so really enjoyed it. And then finally, to end things on a positive note today, we have the compliment of the day, which if you guys are a bit unaware, the compliment of the day is something that I do for patients or coworkers that I see throughout the day. I try to compliment everyone just to make their days just a little bit better based off of their appearance, because everyone puts some thought into it. And based off of the compliments I gave out today, 2 people stuck out to me, and these 2 people are together too. It's another couple. The compliments that I gave out weren't exactly the most flattering things you would usually see. They were just like some tie-dye masks. The rest of their outfits were honestly a bit plain, but the masks definitely caught the eye a bit. But the reason why these folks stand out to me is they were super nice. We brought them back because the husband, the patient that we were seeing, was having some trouble. Can't get into any specifics about why he was having trouble, but they were super nice, answered all my questions, made some good conversation with me. And it was one of those things where I was enjoying their company, but unfortunately, the doctors are usually waiting on me, so it got to a point where I had finished up all my work. And I'm a pretty slow worker anyways, because I try to be super detailed and all that. And I'm kind of talking with them at the same time, so we can carry on a conversation while I'm working. And usually that does enough to allow me to finish everything up and finish the conversation as well. But occasionally I do have patients that keep talking afterwards, and I have to look at a point of cutting them off and then moving on. And unfortunately I had that today, but those are moments I never really enjoy, because I do enjoy the conversations I have with these patients, and I was enjoying that today with them as well, but unfortunately I had to cut them off and then move on so they could be seen by their doctor and actually come to the clinic for what they were looking for. Again, super nice people, and I'm hoping that we're able to help them out, but because of their positive attitude and their just willingness to talk to me and connect with me, they earned the compliment of the day. So really appreciated their company and all that, and that does it for all the good things that happened today. So to give you a quick summary of what all happened, the first good thing that happened was more towards later on in the day. I got to see some more old friends in a winery, an anthropology professor friend that my wife and I used to learn under, along with her husband, and then a old friend that used to go to school with us, and also used to work with my wife. Got to catch up with all of them, got to plan out some wedding details, so it was pretty nice. I really enjoyed their company. It was really good seeing them again and drinking some wine with them, so that was great. Another good thing that happened was the Saturday clinic that we had. I got to leave a bit early for all that because things worked out in such a way that we ended up having more people working than we needed. So I got to go home and surprise my wife a bit early, and I even got some free pizza at work today, so that was another good thing there. Then finally, the last good thing was that I got to surprise my wife at home, and we got to go on our walk and enjoy a beautiful day together with Domino, with a nice walk, and it was just pretty great. I'm very excited for the springtime, one of my favorite times of the year. And then to wrap things up, we had the compliment of the day, which goes to a couple with their tie-dyed masks. The masks not being super special in and of itself, but the personality, their conversation, their willingness to connect with me being the main focus, and something that I really appreciated. So that does it for all the good things that happened in today's video. Sorry about that. If you guys had anything positive that happened for you today, please feel free to share it down in the comments below, so we can continue to share the good things that happen all around us. And if you don't feel comfortable doing that, that's okay. I hope you'll at least consider taking something positive away from these videos to make your day just a little bit better. Also, if you like the video or like any of the content on the channel, I hope you'll consider liking and subscribing just so you can keep up with future good things that happen. So once again, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you continue to have a nice day, and this has been Seek the Good. Goodbye!